everybody. Welcome to study number 8 in our Search the Scriptures study of the book of 1 Samuel. And today we are covering all of chapter number 9 and the first 16 chapters of chapter number 10. And we're going to try to answer a couple different questions here in this study. From chapter 9 verses 1 through 14, what encouragement can we take from the fact that the free movements of young men and girls, even of donkeys and of God's prophet, are overruled here to bring about God's purposes? And secondly, what 3 confirmatory signs were given to Saul? How would they give him assurance that Samuel's words in chapter 10 and verse 1 were indeed true? And how does this section also show that when God calls, he equips? So let's look at 1 Samuel chapter number 9, beginning with the first verse. There was a Benjamite, a man of standing, whose name was Kish, son of Abiel, the son of Zezor, the son of Bechorath, the son of Aphiath of Benjamin. And Kish had a son named Saul, as handsome a young man as could be found anywhere in Israel, and he was a head taller than anyone else. Now the donkeys belonging to Saul's father Kish were lost. And Kish said to his son Saul, "Take one of the servants with you and go and look for the donkeys." So he passed through the hill country of Ephraim and through the area around Shalisha, but they did not find them, and they went on into the district of Shaalim. But the donkeys were not there. Then he passed through the territory of Benjamin, but they did not find them. And when they reached the district of Zuph, Saul said to the servant who was with him, "Come, let's go back, or my father will stop thinking about the donkeys, and he'll start thinking and worrying about us." But the servant replied, "Look, in this town there's a man of God. He's highly respected, and everything he says comes true. Let's go there. Perhaps he will tell us what way to take." And Saul said to his servant, "If we go, what can we give the man? The food in our sacks is gone. We have no gift to take to the man of God. What do we have?" The servant answered him, "Look," he said, "I have a quarter of a shekel of silver, and I will give it to the man of God so that he will tell us what way to take." Formerly in Israel, if someone went to inquire of God, they would say, "Come, let us go to the seer," because the prophet of today used to be called a seer. "Good," Saul said to his servant, "come, let's go." So they set out for the town where the man of God was, and as they were going up the hill to the town, they met some young women coming out to draw water, and they asked them, "Is the seer here?" "He is," they answered. "He's ahead of you. Hurry now, and he has just come into our town today, for the people have a sacrifice at the high place. And as soon as you enter the town, you'll find him before he goes up to the high place to eat. The people will not begin eating until he comes, because he must bless the sacrifice afterward. And those who are invited will eat. Go up now, you should find him about this time." And they went up to the town, and as they were entering it, there was Samuel coming toward them on his way up to the high place. Now the day before Saul came, the Lord had revealed this to Samuel. "About this time tomorrow I will send you a man from the land of Benjamin. Anoint him ruler over my people Israel, and he will deliver them from the hand of the Philistines. I've looked on my people, for their cry has reached me." When Samuel caught sight of Saul, the Lord said to him, "This is the man I spoke to you about. He will govern my people." And Saul approached Samuel in the gateway and asked, Would you please tell me where the seer's house is?" "I'm the seer," Samuel replied. "Go up ahead of me to the high place, for today you are to eat with me, and in the morning I will send you on your way, and I will tell you all that is in your heart. As for the donkeys you lost 3 days ago, don't worry about them. They've been found, and to whom is all of the desire of Israel turned, if not to you and to your whole family line?" And Saul answered, "But am I not a Benjamite from the smallest tribe of Israel, and is not my clan the least of all the clans of the tribe of Benjamin? Why do you say such a thing to me?" Then Samuel brought Saul and his servant into the hall, and he seated them at the head of those who were invited, about 30 in number. And Samuel said to the cook, "Bring the piece of meat I gave to you, the one I told you to lay aside." So the cook took up the thigh with what was on it and set it in front of Saul. And Samuel said, here is what has been kept for you. Eat, because it was set aside for you for this occasion from the time I said I have invited guests. And Saul dined with Samuel that day. And after they came down from the high place to the town, Samuel talked with Saul on the roof of his house. And they rose about daybreak, and Samuel called to Saul on the roof, "Get ready, and I will send you on your way." When Saul got ready, he and Samuel went outside together. As they were going down to the edge of the town, Samuel said to Saul, "Tell the servant to go on ahead of us." And the servant did so, "But you stay here for a while so that I may give you a message from God." Chapter 10. Then Samuel took a flask of oil, poured it on Saul's head, and kissed him, saying, "Has not the Lord anointed you ruler over his inheritance? When you leave me today, you'll meet 2 men near Rachel's tomb at Zelzah on the border of Benjamin. They will say to you, 'The donkeys you set out to look for have been found, and now your father has stopped thinking about them and is worried about you. He's asking, what shall I do about my son?' And then you will go on from there until you reach the great tree of Tabor. 3 men going on to worship God at Bethel will meet you there. And one will be carrying 3 young goats, another 3 loaves of bread, and another a skin of wine. And they will greet you and offer you 2 loaves of bread, which you will accept from them. After that you will go to Gibeah of God, where there is a Philistine outpost. As you approach the town, you will meet a procession of prophets coming down from the high place with lyres, timbrels, pipes, and harps being played before them, and they will be prophesying. And the Spirit of the Lord will come powerfully upon you, and you will prophesy with them, and you will be changed into a different person. Once these signs are fulfilled, do whatever your hand finds them to do, for God is with you. Go down ahead of me to Gilgal. I will surely come down to you and sacrifice burnt offerings and fellowship offerings, but you must wait 7 days until I come to you and tell you what to do." And as Saul turned to leave Samuel, God changed Saul's heart, and all these signs were fulfilled that day. When he and his servant arrived at Gibeah, a procession of prophets met him. The Spirit of God came powerfully upon him, and he joined in their prophesying. And when all those who had formerly known him saw him prophesying with the prophets, they asked each other, "What is this that has happened to the son of Kish? Is Saul also among the prophets?" A man who lived there answered, "And who is their father?" So it became a saying, "Is Saul also among the prophets?" After Saul stopped prophesying, he went to the high place. Now Saul's uncle asked him and his servant, "Where have you been?" "Looking for the donkeys," he said. "But when we saw that they were not to be found, we went to Samuel." Saul's uncle said, "Tell me what Samuel said to you." And Saul replied, "He assured us that the donkeys had been found." But he did not tell his uncle what Samuel had said about the kingship. From chapter 9, verses 1 through 14, what encouragement can we take from the fact that the free movements of young men and girls, of donkeys and God's prophets are overruled here to bring about God's purposes? Well, God moves everything possible to line up with his will. He'll even send 3 donkeys on a trip in order to set things in motion. The way that God operates in order to accomplish his purposes is one of the most amazing things in life that one could ever hope to behold. I hope you've seen God move in these kind of amazing ways in your life. Second question, what 3 confirmatory signs were given to Saul, and how would they give him assurance that Samuel's words in 10:1 were indeed true? And how does this section also show that when God calls, he equips? Well, Saul was told that he would meet 2 men near Rachel's tomb, that they would give him word concerning his donkeys. He was then told that he'd meet 3 men at the great tree of Tabor, carrying 3 goats, 3 loaves of bread, and a skin of wine. And finally he was told that he would encounter a parade of prophets at Gibeah, and most important of all, the Holy Spirit would come upon him and change him forever. A true call of God will be accompanied by events of confirmation, just like these. To believe that one has a particular call of God without having confirmations like this, and without having this kind of divine guidance, is something really that we should reconsider. If you think God's calling you to full-time ministry, you need to have more than just an urging or a desire. You need to have some sort of confirmations like these that Saul had, powerful confirmations in his life that he would need when things got difficult being a king. I hope this study's been a blessing to you. Hope you're having a great day so far. God bless. Have a fantastic rest of your day.